What's up, Janky fam? I am at Poncono Raceway with ReadySetDrift, and this is a drift slumber party. Now, I don't think they're calling it that because it doesn't sound particularly cool, but that's what I'm gonna call it. I was trying to get some video outside, but it is windy as hell out here today, and I was looking like some really crappy weatherman. I'm here with Janky Drift News, reporting live from Poncono Raceway. The winds are really kicking up here. Nonetheless, I've been going since about 6 this morning because it is a 2-hour ride up to this event, and then tech inspection has to be done by 9 or 9:30. There's a driver's meeting at 9:30. I also had 0 usable tires, so I had to mount 4 of them right beforehand. Now, I'm always grateful when events have tire machines for you to use. Some events have these really fancy machines that have this hydraulic arm that helps you hold the bead down as the tire's turning. And basically that makes it easier to pop the bead on a low profile tire. And this particular machine doesn't have one of those hydraulic arms. So essentially, like, I have 2 poles and I'm following one around the whole tire while I keep the other one in place. It's a pain in the ass, but it saves me at least $50 in tire mounting fees, so who am I to complain? Now you get to see me struggle to get in and out of these seats. God damn it. Oh. Okay, we did it. During my last event, I was kind of feeling and then watching back some footage and noticing that I was flying around a lot in my seat and kind of bracing myself against the doors. So I figured it was finally time to invest in some seats and harnesses. These seats are the Sparco Sprint, which are, I think, one of the cheapest FIA approved seats that money can buy. And then harnesses, most bodies want you to have a 5-point or a 6-point harness. A 5-point harness basically has a crotch strap to prevent you from sliding under in the event of a crash. A 6-point will have 2 straps that go over your legs. This particular harness is a 4-point, but it has an anti-sub feature built in. Basically, this strap right here will break away, which allows me to lean forward in the event of a crash and prevent me from immediately sliding under the straps. Hopefully, we never have to test that feature. That first run sucked, so I dropped my rear tires 5 pounds each, and we're gonna see what that does. Something about the car is not feeling as consistent as it usually does. I just bumped the rear tires down another 5 PSI, so hopefully that helps. But I'm feeling like I am bogging in certain parts of this track, and it's a really tight course. But I'm bogging on certain parts, or I'm having to clutch kick the shit out of the car, and then other parts, the rear just wants to fly around. It's really inconsistent, and I'm admittedly struggling with it. Gas station brand spring water, the freshest tap water money can buy. All right, so that morning session was super frustrating. I wound up putting 10 pounds in both the front and the rear, which helped immensely. So my first 5 runs were just straight garbage, and my next, say, 3 were actually halfway decent. To start the day, I had taken some pressure out of the front, which wound up being a really stupid decision, because as soon as I put like 5 or 10 pounds back in the front, the car was handling completely different. And I forgot to set up my hood camera because I'm a jackass and I already belted myself in. I'm running Kendas for the first time on this track, and I have them at like 55 pounds in the back.
Yes, what size are they?
245s.
That's
Yeah.
probably about right.
Yeah.
I hear most of you guys run them about 50, 60, 65s.
Yeah, I'm bogging like crazy.
Is it an 03, 04?
It's an HR, so 07.
Oh, it is an HR, okay.
Yeah.
Just try harder.
You know? Finally starting to feel good out here, man. I just had another guy approach me for a tandem, but given how inconsistent my earlier shit was, I'm not ready for it yet. Plus, I mean, I gotta talk to the dude. His Z is like 17 different colors, and I don't know if we're on the same page about catching doors and or not catching doors. All right, and now for a quick lesson on tire wear. One of the best things that you can do to prolong your tire life is limit the amount of laps that you do in a row. So say like I just did 5 or 6 in a row, I'm gonna come off for a little bit, let them cool down, and that way I'll hopefully save myself like a little bit of money in the end. I mean, the biggest killer of tires is heat. That's why on hot lap events like that Englishtown event last time, I mean, I went through tires in basically 10 laps. This particular event, I think I'm on lap like 20 something, 30 something on this same rear set of tires. The course has more lefts or more right-hand turns. What you'll find is that your rear tires wear unevenly. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna swap the rear tires from side to side to hopefully help them wear better. That dude who just walked past my car, his sideburns were shaved so high that we're not even gonna call them sideburns, we're gonna call them high burns. Welcome to this episode of Janky Drift Cribs. Sitting right now in the living room, watching some TV on the, I don't know, 6-inch display. Here's the, let's call it pantry / guest bedroom. I think behind us is, let's call it the bedroom, but honestly, I laid back there and it is super uncomfortable, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and set the tent up. Yeah, so home sweet home, I guess.
My back is shot.
Day 2 of people looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm carrying around a GoPro and a selfie stick the whole day. I have that one set of Kendas on yesterday. It lasted me the full day. I'm really pretty amazed. I mean, the Ironmans, I think I went through a set and a half, if not 2, last time around. So I am now officially a Kenda believer. So the tire wall Z from my last video lives again. He got away with surprisingly little damage. We do have one of the fans is rubbing on the shroud down here. It's making a god-awful sound as it's running. So I think I'm going to convince him to pull the car up on these ramps and we're going to trim that. And maybe, just maybe, we'll secure that wire so it doesn't fly into the fan mid-run and cause some havoc. We got that day 2 drift footage in 3, 2, 1. Entry, my car snaps too, so you basically no throttle until you're like, you feel like you're...
The previous tires, it was fine to do that.
Yeah.
These, I'm like trying to figure it out. Ready to go yet?
I'm watching this dude in the red BMW. I might ask him the tandem.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yo, have you run tandem yet or no?
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah, sure. You want to go in front or behind?
I'll lead the first lap.
I was due for a bad run.
So I saw that guy out there and he was looking all smooth, and I did not take into account that he was running some really crappy tires. I was eating his lunch and he couldn't keep up with me on the track, so lesson learned.
Drive really good. Oh no. It looks like a little coolant line or something.
All right, I got a ton more laps in today. Unfortunately, the guy who I was drifting with today, the same Silver Z as the last video, his radiator fan exploded and punctured his radiator. So I don't know if you can see it from this angle, I have his car on my trailer and he's driving my car home. So wish us luck, and hopefully I'll see you next time.